listening to the Deep Purple Podcast, a fan podcast devoted to one of the greatest bands in rock history, Deep Purple. Your hosts, Nate and John, cover their shared history with the band, discover new music together, and cover the farthest reaches of the Deep Purple family tree and beyond. Here's Nate and John now.
Welcome to the Deep Purple Podcast, a fan podcast devoted to one of the greatest bands in rock history, Deep Purple. Today's episode is episode 362, Silverhead. And coming to you from the suburbs of Chicago, where we're having summer weather, I'm your host, Nathan Beaudry.
And coming to you from the suburbs of Providence, I'm your co-host, John, the extra hour bandit, Matola.
Oh, yes. Well, is that J.I.?
That's your guess?
Yeah.
Oh, AI.
AI, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have thought it would have been more creative if you came up with it. But it was, I guess the thing is it's timely because we just lost our hour yesterday as we record this.
Yeah.
And for those of you that live in a country that has some sense, we're talking about daylight savings time where we change the clocks around and it's a real big pain in the ass for everybody. Although we don't really care because our schedules are all over the place anyway.
Well, I mean, also it's pretty much every clock except like my microwave changes on its own, so it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything to me.
Well, and to me, it meant that last night I worked late. I got home probably around a little after 10 o'clock maybe. And my kids are just like, my daughter was freaking out about something. My son's like wandering around the house. I just hear footsteps everywhere. And I look on the camera. He's like, I had shut off the internet to everything, and he found like the little Echo that was by the air fryer, and he's like playing music on it, and he's making pasta. I'm like, dude, it's 1 a.m. Like you need to, and of course, lo and behold, he was a little groggy this morning, a little late to school.
Yeah, well, that's what happens.
Damn fools.
That's what happens.
But not me. Well, I got probably one of the worst night's sleep I've had in a long time, but you know what? I'm here. I'm here for the Deep Purple Podcast, for our fans and patrons. Well, I guess you could be a patron without being a fan. Maybe there's people that, do you think there's like people that like hate support us?
That would be interesting.
You know, like you hate watch something that you hate, you know, like a show you hate or something. They're like, I want the full experience of hating these two bastards. I'm gonna give them $5 a month to just be like, listen to them now. These insufferable idiots. Here they go, getting something wrong again.
Be a whole new level of douchebaggery.
Yeah, we thank you for your support. That's pretty nice. We don't get a lot of people that do that. But speaking of support, there's a few ways that you can support us. And one is by leaving a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Some people somewhere apparently still see those. You can buy some merch on our Etsy store. I did just ship out some hats last week. So thanks to last week or the week before? Last week, I think. So thanks to Nathan from one of the Dakotas North. I think it was North. I realized that if you misqualify someone's Dakota, they'll probably get really mad. It's like if you say somebody's from Kentucky when they're from Tennessee or something, and they're like, close enough. They don't like that. So you can become a patron on Patreon or on PayPal for as little as $1 a month. Help us support the show. Help us get albums like the one that I had to purchase this morning so that we could do this episode. I thought I had a copy of it. Apparently I didn't. So Amazon Music to the rescue. You can also support us on Cash App, Ko-fi, Super Thanks available on YouTube. And when you become a patron, you get access to our patrons-only Discord channel where we are chatting about all sorts of things. Our access to our rating spreadsheet, invites for our live stream episodes, links to submissions for all of our album rankings episodes, and access to our Too Hot for YouTube forbidden episodes on Patreon. Haven't gotten an episode banned in a while. I've had a lot that were like, you're not available in Russia and Belarus. That's like the pair up. And there's also Pierre and some other French place. It's like 2 islands in Canada that will ban you for some reason. There's probably a population of about 30 people on both islands. And then all of Russia and Belarus will just ban you at the drop of a hat for whatever. And I have no idea the complexities of why that is.
Okay.
So
I'm fine with that.
So JLT's not going to hear what we're saying about him, basically.
All right, good.
Slaves and Masters. I wish we were still going to do our Slaves and Masters episode so we could clip him saying that. Speaking of our patrons, at the in memoriam tier, the wonderful late Gerald, Jerry Kelly, and family. We have at the $25 Uncommon Man tier, Ovis Nakfi, whose book is en route. A bunch of people in Europe have been posting pictures of the book, so I'm hoping mine gets in soon. At the 20 is Plenty tier, we have Alan. At the 10-pound Good Doctor tier, Dr. Mike Catan. At the Turn It Up to $11 tier, Clay Wambacher, Frank Thielgard Mortensen, Mickelstein, Will Porter, PhD, PP, and Michael, don't call him Bradford Bagford. At the $10 Someone Came tier, Ryan M., Jeff Bryce, Victor Campos, Better Call Saul Evans. And Peter from Illinois. At the 8-pound lesser-known patrons tier, Robert Smith. And at the Deep Thoughts by Fielding Fowler. I'm sorry, by John Matola tier, it's Fielding Fowler.
And now, Deep Thoughts by John Matola.
I mean, this isn't my jam.
Feelings on fire tonight.
All right. Thank you, all of you, for your generous support. The Deep Purple Podcast will be back at you at the interlude to thanks some more. So, John, Silverhead. What do you know about Silverhead?
Well, when I saw the topic, I thought, is this another made-up band? Am I getting another party? I got another surprise party. I'm looking out the window for Rich right now.
That would be the best surprise 51st birthday party. We're way early. That would be the surprise.
But yeah, no. Outside of thinking of that and making it my joke for this show, no, I have no idea what this is. That at first I was like, was that Silver Chair? And I was like, no,
I can't tell you how many times preparing for this that I Googled Silver Chair or said Silver Chair or thought Silver Chair. And I'm like, wait, why is it showing me these blonde Australian guys? Oh yeah, I did Silver Chair again. I just cannot get myself to get off of it. So
right. But this is Silverhead.
Silverhead.
All right,
they had a single in 1972 produced by Ian Pace. And then they released this album, which we're going to do, which I cannot figure for the life of me. And hopefully one of our listeners know if the single on this is the same produced by Ian Pace or if it was reproduced. But this album is produced by Martin Birch and it was released on Purple Records. So those are the Deep Purple connections, some of them. And before we get on to the real meat, the real crux of this episode, we're going to do one thing. And that is Postcards from the Edge of Connecticut. So this one right now that I'm holding up for you on channel 18 here is what are you seeing here, John?
The awful.
So for those of us who didn't grow up in our particular area of Rhode Island, what is the awful?
Friggin' milkshake.
It's a friggin' milkshake. I mean, it's not that obvious if you didn't grow up with a Newport Creamery near you.
Yeah.
I love how on the little cup there it says awful. It's a drink. I mean, clearly if the cup and the straw didn't give it away, but yeah, it's a milkshake.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those Rhode Island things that I haven't had in years, just because it's one of you don't have that stuff you gotta do when you come to Rhode Island stuff if you live here for your whole life. So
right, you just say, I could do that anytime, and then 30 years pass and you realize you still haven't done it.
Well, also I'm an adult. I don't drink milkshakes.
Yeah, I like I don't mind a few sips, like if my kids get one, but like I can't drink that much of a milkshake. It's too much. So says Nate, please tell all what a awful drink is, and your Rhode Island culture makes. And your Rhode Island culture makes it the best drink ever for you, Pete. Sorry, I really bungled that one. The postcard is actually a painting by Mike Bryce art@gmail.com if you want to commission him for anything. Even got his phone number on there. But yeah, it's a very nice painting of an awful. Yeah, so it's basically a milkshake, or here's another one for you. In Rhode Island, in some circles, we call it what, John?
Oh, I hope I don't mess this one up. I was thinking, no, really, but I was thinking this, a cabinet, right?
Yes.
All right, yeah, I remember
One
that.
of the bigger head scratchers of our local parlance. He said we call it a cabinet. Why? I'm sure there's some reason, but I don't know.
I always wanted one too. Like there was this breakfast lunch restaurant near my house, and we'd like to go there when my parents take us there when we were kids. And every time we went, I wanted a chocolate cabinet.
Chocolate cabinet.
And yeah, never questioned it. Just knew that that's what it was. And I know that my mom was always big on no sugar, or less sugar. So she's like,
she was one of those 80s health moms.
Yeah. So she still is. She's a
That's why she looks so good.
Yeah. Yeah. But I remember there was this one time we went, and it was with one of my friends and their parents, and they were just like, oh, you can get one, but you can have half. Like, half, right? And so then my friend got one, and I was just like, no, you can only have half. And then he was like ready to submit to it, and then he was like, wait a minute. He goes, my parents didn't say I couldn't have like the whole thing. Like, why do I have to have half? And he just drank the whole thing, and then I was there pissed the whole time. So,
oh man. It's those little things that your mom probably would never gave a second thought to that stay with you forever.
No, yeah, and sometimes I call her on that shit, and she's just like, "I did that, really?" And
I never did that.
Like, yes, and it's no. Well, it's never. Well, it's never like, all right, mom, I was a child, and you didn't want me to have too much sugar. I mean, yeah, okay, like to hell with you. I mean, that's not. I'm not mad at her for that, but there's other things where I've told her like, yeah, you remember when you, I don't know, did this thing that, actually it was mostly Pops.
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, remember you did this thing that scarred me, like it scarred me for like, my mom would be like,
hey, you're overreacting.
I didn't do that. No, really? Did I do that? And Pops just goes, he looks, he goes, I didn't do that.
You're full of crap. That never happened.
He goes, what? I didn't do that. I said, yeah, you did. He goes, all right, well, maybe you deserved it.
That sounds about right. I do have one more piece, which is an envelope, which I'm going to open with my special letter opener, which is a pair of scissors, because I have not inherited my dad's naked lady letter opener yet. Oops, I'm dropping everything all over the desk here. Okay, so it's also from Peter Gardeau. It's a it says, Nate, I know you like Bertucci's better than the Olive Garden, Pete, and it's some coupons for Bertucci's, which is a restaurant that I do not have access to. But maybe, when do these expire? Oh, 2 years ago. Of course.
Well, maybe if you got in a time machine and came back here.
Well, I was thinking if I went out there, this summer, which is if I do, looking like it's going to be a short trip. Well, when I do, it looking like it's going to be a short trip.
Yeah, damn right.
But yeah, I thought maybe I could just get some $20 off my Bertucci's.
Yeah, I don't really follow these places. Like, I know that a lot of these places have like shut down, but I mean, I don't really, I don't go to fast food or chain places anymore. So outside of like the big ones like Burger King and McDonald's, I don't know what the hell's open anymore.
Yeah. Some of these like local chains, which it looks like it's, I think Bertucci's is just basically in the Boston-ish area.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, back to Silverhead. let's go through just a little bit about Silverhead. So this one is this band. Like I said, the single "Rollin' with My Baby," produced by Ian Pace. I don't know if it's the same version that's on the album. I was not able to find definitive proof. On bass guitar, we have Nigel Harrison, who is the bass player in Ray Manzarek's band Night City and was recruited for the band Blondie. So that's where he goes on to after this. He also performed uncredited on the Runaways' debut album. So he played the bass on that album, uncredited. On drums, congas, and percussion, Pete Thompson. He went on to work with Robin Trower and Robert Plant. On acoustic guitar and vocals, Rod Davies, or Davis. I don't know. I know the guys from the Kinks are supposed to be pronounced Davis. He didn't do a ton of other things other than Silverchair that I could find. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Guitar, slide guitar, and vocals by Steve Forrest. Do you know Steve Forrest?
No, but you said Silverchair again.
What did I do? I did. Shoot. That's probably going to be... I don't know why. I cannot get past the mental block of it. It's like Goldfinger and Badfinger. It's like I know songs by both of them. I cannot definitively ever remember which is which. But do you know Steve Forrest?
No.
He went on to play guitar with Richie Scarlett.
Oh, okay.
So
Richie Scarlett, I do know.
Richie Scarlett, you know, from Fraley's Comet.
And from the meet and greet I went to where he slapped a record off of a table.
What happened?
Did I
what
tell
record
you that story?
was it?
Did I tell you that story?
I don't know if you did. I don't know if
it was like it was several years back, and basically Ace's band minus him went out on a short tour, and it was called Return of the Comet. And so it was all the guys that was in his band. They were playing all the songs from his albums because Ace didn't really play those. So it was like, oh, cool. And so I went out to see them, and they did a meet and greet after the show, which was free. And I remember that because I'm like, wow, free meet and greet, shit. Really cool guys, so they had a table set up and they're all sitting across and everything. So the guy before me had I think it was the second Fraley's Comet album. Now, Richie Scarlett wasn't on that one. He wasn't on the first two. And so the guy had the album, and I remember he put it down, and and the other guys were in the band. They were signing it. And so one of the guys, now not the fan, but he, the bass player or something, passed it to him, and he goes, "That wasn't on this record. I'm not signing this fucking thing." And then just throw it off the table. And then I was up next, and I'm like, "Oh no, Richie Scarlett's pissed." I said, "And I'm next."
Yeah, thanks. You say to the guy, "Thanks for warming him up for me."
But it turned out they all turned out to be really nice. He was kind of he was still kind of like whatever, but I mean, he wasn't like mad at me. He was just like, "All right, now I'm pissed. Next."
You get up here. Stop dragging your feet. So on vocals in this band is Michael DeBar. Do you know Michael DeBar?
Yes, I've heard the name before.
Yeah, so he actually years ago started following us on Twitter. So I don't know if I think he was I can't remember. He might have been one of those guys that has I have 27,000 followers and I follow 28,000 people. You're just like, what is up with it? I don't even understand how you handle that. Clearly you used it for a different purpose than I did. But he did some music stuff with Silverhead, and he went on to do acting. And the two roles that you would probably know him for the most, where he played the character Murdoch in MacGyver, who was Murdoch's arch nemesis, who was in a recurring antagonist. Mm-hmm. And then he was also played the maitre d' in the Smelly Car episode of Seinfeld. That's probably the thing you know him most for.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen that. So I wouldn't, you know what I mean? That's not one of my go-tos. So I wouldn't knowing
It's like the
off the
classic
top of my head,
snooty maitre d', and he's like, "You smelled up my car. Perhaps it is you that is smelly." And he's got like the the little head bob and everything. The classic character. But he plays that very well, and he was also played one of the Bolsheviks in an episode of Northern Exposure. But I don't know how familiar you are with that show.
No, just weren't the Bolsheviks like a wrestling tag team?
I think that's the Bushwhackers. Now I'm thinking of the Bushwhackers having a revolution in Russia.
I don't know. I can't remember. Did you?
No, they were like the political party that like overthrew the Tsar and. Weren't they? Yeah, they like basically started like communism in Russia. It's been a while, but that's my memory anyway.
Hey, did you see? You're not on Instagram anymore, right?
No, like every so often, like one of you guys will send me a link, or my wife sends me a lot of links too, and some people I work with. So I'll open the link, and then after I see it, whatever the video is or whatever, it'll bring me back to my page, and I'll catch like a few little things, but that's about it.
Did you see? Wait a minute. I have to bring it up. Because I want to be able to say it.
Is there hot Bolshevik content on Instagram?
No. It was a wrestler, because we were talking about wrestling.
Yep.
There's there's an Italian wrestler who throws pizza pies at his opponent. And it's called Luigi Primo. And then you swipe, and like it shows a picture of him, and then you swipe, and it shows him in the ring, and he's going like this with the pizza dough, and then he stamps his foot on the floor, and he throws it at the guy, and gets him in the face, and then he flings himself.
And then he is it like that scene in Naked Gun where he throws the pillow at the guy at Leslie Nielsen, and he's like, and he's acting like he's been incapacitated by the pillow.
Actually, wait a minute, and it's in the group that when you were on Instagram, like you, me, and Steve are in. So,
okay.
You know what? I'm gonna
Luigi Primo.
I'm gonna send you this link just so you could see it, because it's freaking hilarious.
All right, we'll have to put that in. We'll put that in the show notes, folks. Luigi Primo.
Luigi Primo. He's going like this, and then you can hear the crowd go, "Oh."
And it's like, how could the other guy not see this soft ball of dough coming towards him, or soft disc of dough? And I bet the other guy just is like laid out flat too, like he just threw a brick at his head.
Oh, absolutely! It's a riot.
So Michael DeBar is very interesting thing about him. So he's the only child of Philip and Irene DeBar. And Philip and Irene had the title of Marquis and Marquise DeBar. He was Michael's father was the 26th Marquis DeBar. The title originated in the 13th century when Guillaume II DeBar, who was a French knight, had rescued King Philip of France during the Battle of Bouvines in 1214. So he's got like an official French title, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't have any. I have French heritage, but no French title, sadly. So here on backing vocals is listed the Silverettes. So it's one of those classic, like we just made it up. And knowing that it's Martin Birch, Purple Records, 1972, it's got to be like the ones we're used to hearing, like the Perry St. John, Liza Strike, like the Helen Chappelle, those sorts of things. It's got to be like, I'm just guessing. Maybe when we hear it, we'll say, yeah, that's unmistakable. But and full transparency, I haven't listened to a note of this album, even though it's been in my queue here for like 7 years. When I decided, I was like, I really want to get the real-time reactions. I just really shut myself off to some of this stuff. So could be garbage, could be good, could be in between. Who knows? On brass, we got Lyle Jenkins, who recorded with Keith Hartley and Ashton Gardner and Dyke. John Mumford on trombone, who played with the New Orleans Jazz Orchestra. Jack Bruce, Ashton Gardner and Dyke. Rupert Hine, John Entwistle. He was on First of the Big Bands, the live one with Ashton Lord. And then Dave Caswell on trumpet, who played with most of the same acts as John Mumford did. So yeah, produced by Martin Birch, not much else by it. And let me just share the album art with you and let you tell me, John, what do you think of the album cover of Silverhead?
All right, that's not what I expected.
Yeah, it's kind of funky, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely it's different. All right, I don't know who this person on the front reminds me of, but reminds me of somebody specific, like a guy like glam rocker, but I'm not sure who.
Well, this album is referred to as like one of the early glam rock records. So that's apparently what we're going to be expecting. That is Michael DeBar.
Okay.
He's
Maybe
wearing
it's him.
these giant pants. They look like those Jean Code jeans almost. And it looks like it's one of those things where like the pants and it goes into like a sleeveless top and it almost looks like they're connected. And he's throwing out his hand like this, and it looks like a bunch of records are flying out of his hand, and each record has a letter on it. It says Silverhead. This is not like a low res version. This is actually a really high res version of the album cover. This is just what it looks like. It's got that really pixelated sort of look to it almost.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, you know. It was maybe I recognize it because I recognize him from somewhere. Like it looks like, you know, like I said, just a glam rock guy doing like a pose, huge bell bottoms. Yeah, it's a pretty it looks like a pretty cool, like definitely you can tell like an early 70s, like early glam rock type of thing.
Yep. So on the inside, we'll get a better. So this is the original gatefold, but it's pretty pixelated. But this is kind of a re-release that's a little different, and it separates out by all the different members of the band. You've got a section for Nigel here, Michael DeBar, Pete, Stevie, and then Rod over there. And it says on the bottom, it says, "May you come forever." Sounds more like a curse than a blessing.
Well, that's what that top picture of Pete looks like is going on there. Like, oh, yeah. Have you ever seen that? That reminds me of that picture of what's his name? Of Ron Jeremy, and he's going just this cropped picture, and he's going like this.
Well, they use it like as a meme.
And they just like the kids these days will never know the beautiful music of Pavarotti.
Yes.
And then you got Nigel over there who looks like Andre James Dio the Giant.
Yeah, right. He does. He looks like a cross between the two.
Looks like if Ronnie and Andre the Giant had a baby. That's what he'd look like. And then you got the Clockwork Orange right below it.
Oh wow! Yeah, good call.
Yeah, this is kind of fun.
Some wild pictures here.
Let me see who else. Yeah, actually, I think that's about it. That's the only observations I have. Is these people look very weird.
It's like down at the bottom here. It looks like Michael DeBar is meeting with some like African dignitaries. They're like wearing suits, but they've got like traditional hats on. It's very, very odd.
And then this picture of Stevie here looks like Tommy Bolin wearing like a top hat.
Oh yeah. He's wearing is it Hollywood's Best Toy Shop is behind him, and then he's wearing one of those like Uncle Sam style hats with the stars on the brim, and then the stovepipe part's got the stripes.
Very interesting looking group of people here.
Looks like fun. The back cover is like, when I first saw it, I thought it's like, oh, it's the drummer about to like hit the cymbals, but I think it's just like probably Michael DeBar like in very, very large form above everyone else, and just black and red, almost looks like the Elements color theme. And then below him is like a posterized red and black picture of the band. You get the record label there with the song listing. And then this is the American cover, because I guess Americans are too sensitive to see a guy in big pants. So different logo, Silverhead, like kind of in a bubble font. And then it's Michael DeBar in like a yellow suit, and doing like a little strut, and then there's a little kitty cat by his feet for some reason.
Weird.
Never could really understand why you would make a different album cover, like unless it was something like legality, where it's something offensive that they wouldn't allow in there, and if it's especially if it's like a country that's bound to a certain religion or something like that. But I don't know. I guess they thought this one would market better.
Yeah, but even so, it's just like, you remember, I think we had talked about a while ago. It's just like that, like a very obvious one was that Scorpions album, Virgin Killer.
Yes.
Like that album cover, that horrible album cover, and then they made that, and then, like, arguably even worse, they picked the dumbest picture of the band and they're like, oh, let's just put this one on instead, like the censored version of the other version. And it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like, if you're gonna pick an alternate like cover for an album, whether it's offensive or you think it's going to market better or whatever, it's like, maybe the alternate cover should look like it had some work put into it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this just looks bizarre. It looks like kind of like an outtake, and there's a fucking cat sitting by his foot. It's like, it doesn't make any sense.
It just, there's something about him. He reminds me of almost like Dudley Moore and Arthur or something. He's just got just like something about him. But yeah, Virgin Killer probably is one that certainly could have used a redo. Although I don't know how they made it that far in the process to begin with. It's pretty. I don't get offended by much, but it's pretty appalling album cover.
Yeah.
If you don't know what it looks like, don't look it up. You might be put on a registry. I swear, I'm just a fan of the Scorpions. Sure, buddy.
Sure you are. Get in the paddy wagon.
Okay, so that's the American cover. The American back has like the which is what's you know what? Now that I see it, it's like that's the other four band members. They look like they're looking like if you if you open it, like he's standing here, and then off to the left, these guys are like, ugh, he's wearing the yellow suit again. They look all annoyed with him. Can you believe this guy?
That's true, yeah.
Look at this guy's fuzzy jacket. He looks like the IKEA monkey. Remember the monkey that showed up at an IKEA wearing a little jacket?
Oh yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah, he does have a fuzzy jacket.
Yeah, he looks like the IKEA monkey.
Is that the monkey with the symbols that goes like this?
No, it's the monkey that like just showed up at an IKEA. And like people were like, why is this monkey here?
Like an actual monkey?
A real monkey, and he was wearing a little jacket, and like people were like, why is this guy here? And then they had to like try to find it out, and it turned out like the monkey was illegal or something. So I just found a picture of it. I sent it to you so you can read up on the IKEA monkey. Okay, so we got that. We got the album thing there. That's the maybe the sleeve for the record. The IKEA monkey getting you.
Yeah, I just saw the picture of the monkey. Yeah.
And then there's a close up of Michael DeBar with a little hat with a starfish on it.
Very interesting group of people here. I wonder what they sound like.
Well, I guess we'll never know. Bye for now, guys. We'll see you next week. One thing I did hear talked about was Michael DeBar being like an influence on David Lee Roth as far as like that glam look and everything. And I found this picture that definitely would support that. That's Michael DeBar in the early 70s, looking pretty much exactly like David Lee Roth.
Oh yeah.
Before David Lee Roth. So, so yeah, there you go. That's the rundown of the album. Not much information about the art on the album or any of that, but that's where we're at. And then I guess we're ready to get into the music. But before we do, what do you say we thank our next round of patrons?
All right, thank them up.
Thank them up. We'll thank you up. At our core level, at the $6.99, the Nice Price Plus tier, we have Spike the Rock Cat's Ghost and Sugar Tea. At the episode $6.66 tier, Steve Coldwell.
I hardly know you? Where do you think I'm from? Manville?
And Arthur Smith.
Getting support from the patron Arthur Smith.
Already hinted at Arthur already in this episode. And we also have Charles Meadows at the $6.65 Almost Evil tier, Kenny Wymore, Richie Sucksmith, and Sarah Jane.
My Sarah Jane.
At the 70 Norwegian kroner tier, Kai Runa, Yes I'm Norwegian Olsen. At the $5.99 The Nice Price tier, we have Adrian Hernandez.
Hernandez error. Hey, who the hell are you?
And Scalloped Strat Matt. At the 60 kroner Scandinavian Nights tier, DJ Newt Morton Johansson. At the €5.50 tier, we have Merline Rota. At the £4 Lucy 4 tier, Duncan Leask.
That thing I want, sir. That thing I want, sir. That thing I want, sir.
At the $5 Moneylender tier, John Convery, German Heindel, Jesper Alman, Alexei the Perfect Stranger Slepikov, Kev Roberts, Scott Zern, Cynthia Doobie, Raf Calf.
My Czechoslovakian is not so good.
Coyote Bongwater. John Maselli.
Yeah, I'm really into this. You know, my fingers are starting to wrinkle here.
Sarah Sanders.
No, Kelly Clarkson!
Jellybean, Evan Robeson, Purple Swede.
Sweet, 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 sweet.
Ralphie Lee.
And I'm not a rich man, and I'm not your friend, Rich, either.
And Joe Dopefish Sigler. All right, thank you so much to all of you for your generous support of the Deep Purple podcast. All right, you ready to cut into this one, John?
Yeah, let's listen to some tracks. Let's just listen to Silver to something.
Silver chair.
I didn't know. Silver something. Silverhead.
All right.
Silverhead.
First up, the opening track, Long-Legged Lisa. All right, get a nice little heavy groove to it. Oh. Teaser.
All right. Not bad.
Oh, Googling Long-Legged Lisa brings up Lisa from Blackpink almost exclusively. And I only know that because my daughter's a big fan. Not because I'm a creep.
Yeah, I guess.
Oops, sorry. That was a mistake.
Oh, I was going to say, is that part of the track? Because that's weird.
I clicked on what I thought was a picture of Long-Legged Lisa, but it was the song on YouTube. A little boogie woogie sort of. Reminds me of a little Zeppelin there. Very, very dry drum sound. Sharpshooting Sheila. I like that.
What happened to long-legged Lisa?
I think he's calling her a sharp shooting Sheila, like the Australians call. Maybe this is Silverchair. What? Did you?
I don't know what he said.
I mean, unless I'm mistaken, he said Martin Luther King.
I think you might be mistaken.
I don't think I am. Well, what else could he have said? You know, I have the graphic for the lyrics here. I'm going to pull it up. Okay, so
yeah, pull it up.
It's not in the lyrics, but I think he like improvised it or something.
Martin Luther King? I mean, we've heard people say weirder, I guess.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but should I try to play back that one little part?
Yeah, I want to know.
Okay, let's see if I can find it here. Maybe here-ish? No. Let's try this. Doesn't?
I mean...
Well, I mean, now that I put it in your head, you're going to, of course, think that it's...
Well,
stop this.
Well, yeah, but now I don't know what else it could possibly be. Like, there aren't a lot of things that rhyme with Martin Luther King.
Yeah, I don't know what else it could possibly be, yet that doesn't make any sense.
No, I don't.
It's like Martin Luther King is like, this is what he really, so it's like long-legged Lisa, all the boys used to tease her. Quick thinking Mickey, he's the king of the city. Sharpshooting Sheila, she lives with a lord of dealer. She's got monkey time. That's what I thought he said, and it's confirmed here because I don't know what monkey time is. You know, she's clean out all night, sharpshooting Sheila. Yeah, I don't know.
Can't think of anything that would make that lyric make sense.
Martin Luther King.
It's a weird thing to get all hyped up about and like yell in the middle of your song, like your rock song.
Yeah, like completely with zero context. It's like I've heard, you know, we've all heard like little ad libs like sweet talking mama or something like that. But
yeah, you know, you're like, Mahatma Gandhi. Like,
it's just
yell out historical figures.
Just great civil rights figures of the world. All right. Oh, you know what? I don't even have this spreadsheet open. Let me get that open.
Hey, me neither, because we're too busy.
Well, he threw us off with that. I probably would have opened up the spreadsheet if he hadn't.
If he supported, you know, hey, he's okay. So he supports Dr. King. Great.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's admirable. It's just
doesn't belong in a rock song.
But I was expecting. Okay, long-legged Lisa. What do you rank that one?
Well, hang on now. I gotta get this open here.
She's got monkey time.
Long-legged Lisa.
Yeah, long-legged Lisa.
Or legged.
He has it in quotes here. It says, "Here we come now," and then not in quotes. I'm sorry, in parentheses, and then in parentheses it says, "Take it easy, man." Like those are like the ad libs, but nothing about Dr. King.
Oh, all right. So let me see.
I'll be looking at these lyrics very closely.
You know, this song had some like swing to it. You know, I'll give it a 3.
All right.
Had a little swag to it. You know, it didn't sound like rock though. You know, it sounded like
a blues sort of.
Yeah, like a bluesy, like early 70s type of like I don't listen to like a lot of like early glam, but it's like I feel like it's kind of on point for that, you know, it's kind of got this swaggy type of stuff and it doesn't really sound like anything, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, but I mean, it was you know, it wasn't bad. It was kind of like, you know, slow paced too. You know, could have been could have been a little faster, but you know, who knows? Maybe they'll get a little punky or pre punky. We'll see.
I'll give it a 3.5. I liked it a lot, but like you, when the song first started, I was like, "Ooh, this tempo is kind of dragging." But by the time it got to the end, like I feel like there was like a really good energy to it. So, yeah,
Sure.
I don't know. I dug it. I thought it was good. I'm interested to see what comes next, but I will not have to wait too long because the next track is called "Underneath the Light." Ooh, a low rider. Oops. Oh, what is that? Dun, 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 dun. Sitting on a chair, a silver chair.
Haha.
Ooh, I like that little bass run.
I like this one.
Reading along to the lyrics, his pronunciation of words is wild. I like this. It sounds like it's a pre-chorus leading up to something else, but it ends up just being the chorus.
Oh yeah, it does.
Those are some enunciated doots.
Oh, that bass is just buzzing along there on top.
Yeah, it just sounds like they slashed their speakers or blew them out or something.
Yeah, there's a very like raw kind of feel to it.
Yeah. Yeah, you really get a sense of the room with that cowbell ringing out.
Yeah, just a very underproduced. It's a cool jam.
Yeah, I like this. I get hand claps, congas, harmonized guitar line. I think this was one of the first non-Deep Purple releases on the newly formed Purple Records.
Oh yeah?
I believe so. Oh, I like this.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be over.
Yeah.
Have a real fake out ending. Oh, throwing the wah at the end.
Yeah, quick ending.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, that was pretty good.
All right. Underneath the Light, John. What do you think?
You know what? I'm gonna go 4.
All right.
I thought it was pretty good. This one had a little bit more to it. A little more tempo, good arrangement, kind of good chorus. Like, you could tell that they're they're a pretty decent band here. They have this, can't believe that Martin Birch produced them.
Yeah, and this would have been very, very early on in his career, because at this point he wasn't even getting credit for producing the Deep Purple albums. He was just listed as an engineer.
But yeah, he's got this very and I mean, there's I think a couple of different raw kinds of sounds. This is a very raw, I think unique to the 70s. It's a very stripped down, you can tell this is a you can get that feel of the time. You can tell this was from 1972. So it's kind of teeters on the kind of stripped down but also low budget kind of sound. You know what I mean? It's almost there but not low budget where it sounds terrible or too thin. Even with the bass kind of having that kind of buzzy kind of sound, like you said, it sounded like somebody slashed a speaker or something. It doesn't sound bad. It sounds good within the context of the songs, and you can tell there's some good songs too. I could hear this being really just blown up with great production 50 years later or something. And you know what I mean? Modern day. Sounds pretty good.
According to this would be the 4th album that he produced, if you include in rock. So
still pretty early.
Very early on, yeah.
But I mean, if you think about that too, okay, so he had already produced in rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then there's this. So I mean, does that really go to the the equipment or the fact that Deep Purple were just better musicians?
I'm sure that had something to do with it.
I mean, comparatively to this, I mean, it's just but yeah, I could see where this could be it's got that kind of dated sound.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see where we're coming from here.
I will give this one a 3.5. I think it was innovative. It had some cool stuff in there. It did the do 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 do, and they did the little harmonization, and they did those guitar parts and the congas and all that. So, trying some interesting stuff. And definitely an interesting sound, more stripped down, like you said, a little more rock and punk and glam than what we're used to with Deep Purple and that crew. So. All right, the next track up is called Ace Supreme. That mother.
All right, that's starting to win me over a little bit here. I mean,
So
yeah, I mean they got a good riff going here. They got like good tempo. I thought somebody farted into the microphone or something at first.
in case you didn't know, this song was about a motorcycle, they brought out their sound effects record.
Ah. No, those are going to be the Silverettes in the background, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm too mesmerized by the lyrics and his pronunciation to listen for that. So the lyrics are Ace Supreme is a breath stoppers team.
But they didn't include Martin Luther King in the lyric sheet?
Not yet. Keep on trucking.
Sounds like. It sounds like. What are you saying? Ace Supreme is my grandfather's jeans? That's what it sounds.
It says breath stoppers team, which is a weird collection of words, but also the way he pronounces it, he goes breath stopper gene, and it's like that's not how you say team. No. It's kind of it's reminding me of bonyahi. It's just like not. It's just all of this, not all of his pronunciations, but if you read along with the lyrics, every so often there's a word that he just. He says it so differently that you would never in a million years guess that that's the word he was saying.
Right.
It's kind of but it's a cool song. I liked it. So, what do you think of Ace Supreme?
It's my grandfather's jeans. I mean, I like this one. I give it a 3.5.
All right.
I think they're building some momentum here. I mean, you know, they got some like kind of some songs that really have a good groove to them, and like you know, some good riffs. And I mean, even like the chorus, you know, it sounds like a little. It's distinct sounding, you know, because you know when they're singing and you have like the. You know, you're not like really like a gang vocal type of thing in there. You know, you have kind of I guess they're female vocalists. They sound like, or they're just people singing high.
Yeah, maybe. And it's very, very dry production on the vocals, which is kind of cool.
But that's, you know, it makes me, you know, kind of feel like it's kind of like, you know, a little, you know, kind of glammy, because I feel like that's what, you know, glam bands back then kind of did, this style.
Yeah. I will give it a 3.5 as well. Really, I'm digging it. I like the vibe of the album so far. It's very, very cool, very stripped down, very like basic, but like cool. All right, and then it was the Ace Supreme. It wasn't there something Supreme like movie or something that came out recently?
Yeah, like something. Ted Supreme or
Marty Supreme. There it is. Ted.
I don't know.
Oh, it's got
Marty Supreme. Yeah,
it's a Timothy Chalamet in it.
Yeah, they. I heard a amusing joke about him. They were like somebody I can't remember where I heard where they were just like Chalamet says that like something like opera and something else are like really boring.
Oh, yeah,
Did
I
you hear
saw
that?
something about that going on
He
yesterday, but
said
I
like
didn't read
yeah,
it.
he said like opera and like something like
Or like nobody
some other
cares about opera or something.
opera and ballet or something or like
Ballet, that was it. Yep.
yeah, two forms of like art that nobody cares about anymore. And then they were like, he said as he's promoting his movie about ping pong.
He has a movie about ping pong.
That's what Marty Supreme is about.
Oh, is it? Oh,
He's
okay.
a ping
Sorry.
pong player, I think. You
Oh,
know,
really?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
It says
you know
it's
what?
a 2025 American sports comedy drama film. Okay.
Well, yeah, well, hey, it gets Pops his thumbs up. He said he saw it and he liked it.
Okay, good. It's got the official pop seal of approval. So I think we just sold some tickets.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. A lot of these movies now, especially him, like it's like I feel like he's doing the same thing that like Leonardo DiCaprio did, was like this just really hot star, and then all of a sudden just started like making a lot of these really kind of like pretentious 2.5 hour long movies, and I'm like, I don't have the time anymore. Like
Yeah, like the Dune and everything. Yeah.
Well, yeah, just all right. Go ahead and make all these movies that like will win you awards and get you acclaim, but it's like I'm not watching them.
All right.
Give me a tight 90 minutes and like
Yeah, let's go, Chalamet. We don't have all the time in the world.
Yeah,
we're not young like you.
Yeah, exactly. In and out. Let's go.
All right. The next track up is about you. It's called Johnny.
Oh, that's it.
Sounds like a Neil Young song so far.
Johnny was raised in the city, and in that he rejoiced. And the lovers he chose didn't have no
They misspelled chose.
that it told.
There's only one O in chose, boys. Generally, a song that the first word is Johnny is not. He loses points with me right off the bat, but we'll see. This is pretty good. I like this bass player.
I don't really like the vocals in this.
No?
I know he's got a very distinct voice or way of pronouncing his words, and it's kind of irritating me. He's ruining my song.
And this is a weird choice to not have any effects on the vocals, like not even just a little reverb.
Even the shirt on his friend's back got a tip about the horse from Gino the gorilla. Was the beginning.
Gino the gorilla?
Yep.
Okay.
I can see the look on your face, like, did I get that right? And I'm like, you did.
Martin Luther King.
Do you want me to send you the lyric sheet for this so you can follow along?
No, because I know I won't.
Thank you for your honesty.
No, I'll pick it out naturally. I feel like it's, I don't know, it's like, it sounds like a David Bowie.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Do
you know the gorilla? Have you ever seen the... It's like, I don't know what it is, if it's like a Ricky Gervais show where he's sitting next to David Bowie in a restaurant.
No. I'm already laughing.
What is it? I think it's what's the name of the show? Extras. And whoever he's with, he's like, is that David Bowie? And he's like sitting right next to him, and then for some reason, David Bowie sits next to him and then starts singing a song about him. And he's like, "Little fat man, why don't you kill yourself?" And it's just absolutely hilarious. I gotta look it up and send you the clip.
When he's given all that he had to give, wasn't it strange that he wanted to up and die?
What do you call what he's doing there? Like he's doing all this like really weird pronunciations.
Singing badly. That's what you call it.
Is that the technical term?
Yeah, my technical term.
I think his singing is good. Maybe for this song it's a little, maybe not.
Yeah, but you know what? This style of vocal, the way that it sounds, his pronunciation, like the timbre of his voice, like it's all very annoying. Like I don't like this type of 70s style of singing, which is probably why I don't like David Bowie.
Not a Bowie fan?
No. I mean, not when he sounds just like this, you know?
All right. Well, that was Johnny.
Not me.
Not this Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
What do you think of Johnny?
Well, me, I give a 5, but
easily.
Yeah, this 2.
All right.
I didn't like it. You know, it sounded very awkward, you know. I mean, I can appreciate like within the 2 that I gave it, I can appreciate you know, his, you know, trying to be unique with phrasing and style and into what he's doing, but you know, it didn't, you know, it's not what I really like from a ballad or a slower acoustic song, you know. It sounded very stilted, unusual.
Sure.
No.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you and give you a 2. So far, I mean, I'm really liking what I'm hearing with this album, but I'm just wondering I don't know if there's going to be any more like slow songs, but if maybe that's just not their thing, or did they feel like, well, we have to put like a softer song, something a little more introspective. Well, not this isn't introspective. Something more you know, just about feelings and stuff, and it's a story about Johnny, and you know, if it's the same thing, I think that's why I always hate a song that starts with Johnny, because it's like it's gonna Johnny. It's like if you hear Johnny, you're like, okay, automatically it's a guy. He's in a new place. He's gonna be big. He's gonna go after it. And he's gonna grab the bull by the horns. Oh, but he makes some bad decisions and he falls in with the wrong crowd. And there's never a song about Johnny where it's just like, and Johnny, he made great decisions. He invested well and he got a wife. You know, it's always this terrible. There's never a good song about a Johnny.
Yeah. Well, you guys got to keep trying for me.
It's like, come on, there's plenty of Johnnies out there that have succeeded, or at least not fallen into complete disaster.
Yeah, well, I'm debatable, but you know,
John's on the border. Yeah, but anyway, it's one of those things that, like, in 1972, when this came out in 73, maybe it was recorded in 72. It wasn't quite the hackneyed trope that we see now, but still.
Yeah.
All right, the next track up, and I believe this is going to close out the side of the album. It's called "In Your Eyes." Oh, another slower song. See if they can get out of this one.
Yeah, how are they going to get out of this one?
I've been standing too long with my hand out.
Yo.
I ain't nothing much to shout about.
They're really ending this album on a down note, or this side on a down note.
You know what this makes me sound of? If you put Tony Ashton in here, I could hear him singing this.
Oh my God! He'd almost have the same. It's a completely different voice, but the delivery, yeah. Nothing much to shout about.
I'd actually rather hear Tony Ashton singing it.
Yeah.
Music is good though.
Man, I think the bass player is the star so far for me. Really great instincts. Mario. Oof. He's just going for it. I love that's great. You just don't hear bass lines like that anymore.
Yeah.
He's exploring the fretboard. I think his delivery has got like a Steven Tyler vibe to it. Oh, there's the Silverheads. That's gotta be. If Liza Strike isn't one of them, then I'm not the host of the Deep Purple podcast. Ooh. Why don't people play bass like this anymore? Like, this is what I grew up on. This is what I grew up on, listening to this kind of bass player. And this is how I would play, you know? I would try to anyway. But, not just holding down the rhythm, but just doing like these great little melodic things.
Having a groove, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can't take it too far, obviously. You can't just be playing a tapping solo or whatever, but just doing some cool things in there where it calls for it.
Well, you can if you're Billy Sheehan.
That's true. Or Stu Ham.
Sorry, like you and Paul are the only people that I've ever heard say the name Stu Ham in my life. The only people that have ever referred to him. I mean, he may as well be made up, like.
Do you think we made him up? Stu Ham's great. We had this his solo album, The Urge.
Yeah, I remember.
And we listened. You remember that one? And I listened to it a few years back. I was like, I wonder if I'm surprised it still held up for me. It's got some good stuff on it.
I'm sure you guys played some of his stuff for me.
He did the Peanuts. He did the Peanuts song on the bass. Dong, do, 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 dong, dong. It was great.
Yeah.
Nice. Bass player again is Nigel Harrison. Good for you. I can see why, he went on to be with Blondie and he played on the Runaways album. I mean, this guy's, I don't know what it is, but you got it, kid. Great backing vocals, too. Could not find any information about for sure whether or not they were the backing vocalists we would suspect they are, but they've got to be. And also, what a crime that they don't even get a credit. They just get called like a made-up name. The Silverheads. Well, we're never going to see them again. Justice for backup singers, that's what I say.
Just like if we had like some people like I don't know. We had some people on our show, and we're just like, yeah. And then over here, the purple people,
the purple podcastettes.
Yeah,
we should have
really original.
We should have 3 women guests on the show. Just thinking of be off to the side, and every so often they'll just be like, "Ooh!" And the purpleettes, the purple podcastettes. All right. Well, John, in your eyes, only true. What do you think?
I respect what they were going after here, so I'll give it a 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it had this kind of quality to it that I like in other early 70s songs, like it had a very familiar type of melody to it and structure. That being said, I think other bands have done it better.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this as I think people have been amused to hear me say, I don't find it completely objectionable.
I like how you managed to make a 3 sound way worse than it is. It's not entirely dog shit.
It's not. It's not a high 3. It's just kind of like maybe like a reluctant 3. You know,
a reluctant 3.
You know, a 3. There's like shades of 3. You know.
All right.
Like everything's got shades to it. Like I feel like this is like kind of like a mediocre 3. Where I could give something a really enthusiastic 3, but I can't do it for this one.
It would be like a 3.004 or something.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, if you really wanted to drill it down, but we're not doing that.
No, we're not doing
I
that.
had a podcast where they were like, what will you give this one? They're like, a 2.73. It's like, oh, get out of here with that.
Pitchfork style.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, cut it out. It's like, well, I give this like a 7.17. What even is that?
I will give this one a 3 as well. I know we mostly just goofed off and talk about other stuff, but I was really listening, and I really love what this bass player is doing through this whole album so far, particularly on this song. You know, just really taking he's not being too showy, but he just really just made it work. I thought the background singers were great. Production's a little I know it's 70s dry production, but even for that, a little dry overall on this one. And I think we've talked about this before, but when there's a Martin Birch produced album, it's usually like this comfortable feeling about it, like I feel like I'm, you know, these albums all have a similar, even if the music's very different, they have a similar sound to it, a similar there's just something about the way that he produces that just feels very comfortable to be like perfectly broken in pair of shoes, you know, and hearing like that, you know, I think that the prime examples are probably like those early David Coverdale solo albums and Butterfly Ball and stuff like that, where it's just a lot of the same people, less like musicians, but that same production. So I'm not feeling quite that with this album, because I think he just hasn't hit his stride yet, because this is his 4th credit so far. But yeah, but I like the song. I think it was pretty good. But we'll flip over the album now and get to the single that may or may not be produced by Ian Pace, which might also mean that it was produced by Martin Birch. But here we go. Rolling with My Baby. Oh, another very similar to the opener on the first side. There's a video for the song too. I'll put it in the show notes.
Oh, yeah.
Again with that bass. Right. Oh, there they come. I like it. Out of sight. I like it.
That slide guitar over there on the right channel.
That's great.
I'm gonna roll with you one time. Here we go.
I'm telling you, she ain't no Malcolm X. Ha! Oh, there's those horns.
Okay.
They're hard panned though. It's a little weird all the way on the left there.
Yeah. Out of sight.
Sweet. When the horns first came in, I thought it was a harmonica. They're very like high end. Ooh, a non-slide solo. They're packing a lot of elements into a very short song. Oh, now they're more
the horns
stereo.
are everywhere.
Yeah. Interesting choices.
What's he talking about?
He's like, I was somewhere and this lady came up to me and said, Michael, my mother likes you a lot or something. An odd choice to have a very low little monologue in the middle of.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've established this guy's a weirdo, so.
He's been sober since 1981, though, so good for him.
Oh, I didn't even know.
He
just a drunk.
He got in early on it. No, I think it was well, it could have been. I think it was more drugs than alcohol, but it could have been.
Oh,
both. Okay. Yeah. So rolling with my baby. What do you think, John?
You know, I was really enjoying it, honestly, so I'll give it a 4.
All right.
You know, I think it had a lot going for it, even though it had a lot in there. You know, it's like I really had me kind of bopping along, and I really liked the bass too. The bass was doing some really amazing stuff. So, yeah, I like the addition of the Silverettes. Yeah, the whole song just had a really good vibe to it. So,
yeah, and it had a good build. I'm going to give it a 4 as well. A really good build, like starting off a little spare and then adding the backing vocals and then adding the horns and then spreading the horns out. It was
yeah.
It's kind of cool. I thought it was a little weird that they did like 2 call and responses basically in the chorus, and then on the third one the background vocals came in. I don't know if they should have been there the whole time, but it was kind of a cool choice to just have them just come in the second because it give it that little ramp up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it. Rolling with my baby. Okay, the next song is called Wounded Heart. Ooh. Yeah, that's Liza Strike, Helen Chappell, maybe Barry St. John. I'll be damned if it's not.
Nate's willing to bet his life on it.
You know I hate to see you crying. I had enough of all this lying, cheating, fussing around. You know my feet are walking.
I like this.
But my heart stays here when I close.
Oof.
What is
Again
this?
with that bass.
This sounds.
What's
Is this some?
There's a flame burning in my soul.
I've heard this. This is a cover.
Oh, I haven't even been saying who the songs are by. My bad.
Oh, wait a
Let's
minute.
see.
Hang on.
No, this one is written by. It says it's written by Forrest, who is the guitarist.
Oh. You know what? Speaking of Richie Scarlett,
Does Richie Scarlett do the song?
This was on his covers album. This is where I know this from.
Oh, no kidding.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Wow, okay. I see the connection now.
I remember the things you're saying to me, girl. It's too late to go.
Oh, that bass, man.
You got a wounded heart, and it sure does show to me. There's a flame burning.
At first, I thought it might have been a Tommy Bolin song, but
Yeah, it does kind of have that feel to it.
this is actually a really good version too.
Now I want to hear the Richie Scarlett version.
Well, he had a very he's got a much more raspy voice.
Does Richie Scarlett sing too?
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked his solo stuff, like in the 90s.
Next time you go to see him at a meet and greet, you should have him try to sign you a Silverhead album.
Just slap it right off the fucking table.
I didn't play on this, you jackass.
Yeah, but it was on. Nah, never mind.
Very well, that first guitar had a very like 60s like kind of bass heavy tone to it. This one's a little more like a Strat with the neck pickup. I have to add to my show notes that this was a later covered. Ooh, nice organ there. I am just team Nigel Harrison after this one, though. I gotta like, I'm sure like everyone's listening to this like, Nate, you idiot! Everyone knows his stuff in Blondie was so amazing. It's like, I know Blondie a little bit, and I like a lot of Blondie stuff. I just never really like listened to a ton of it. Ooh, another false ending. I love that.
Yeah, you love it.
That was nice. Oh, this guy's got the chops. That was kind of weird. And then the drums went.
Yeah, I
Chakuku.
remember that. Yeah.
Oh, maybe
Richie
you know what it
Scarlett
probably
did
was.
that,
It's probably like they recorded everything and then they did the vocals last, and he knew that the drum thing was coming up, so he went chak-koo, and it went boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So it's actually the opposite of what it sounds like. All right, John, what do you think of Wounded Heart?
Very, very interesting that I would know this
Yeah, that's
song.
crazy.
And basically like the Richie Scarlett covers album, which the name of it escapes me right now, is like I listened to it a lot because I was into him as kind of like a lesser known artist, because he was like played with Ace, and I thought he was really good, and then he had his own stuff. And his covers album was like lesser known, so I was like he wasn't going for like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm gonna
obviously, if you
do
pick this song,
All Along the Watchtower. He was like doing like 60s and 70s songs and stuff like that were very out of pocket like this. So it's kind of odd that I find it like really just weird that I know this song so well.
Does the album in question have one of the worst album covers I've ever seen?
Probably.
And does it have a picture of him on the back hovering over James Dean's grave with a cigarette in his mouth?
That's another one.
Well, it says it's this one. It says
let me see.
It says Wounded Heart on it. It's called Wise Guy from New York.
Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. That wasn't his covers album. I got that CD in like 97, I think.
Yeah, that's when it came out, yeah.
Yeah, no, his first song, it was really funny because the song was about James Dean, because he like idolized James Dean, and it was just
Rebel
like,
Boy must
yeah.
be it.
Yeah, and he was just like, the whole song was just like, yeah, and then he got in his car and it crashed, and it's like
a little on the nose.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, it was like he was able to sell it, so I just thought it was like really cool. But anyways, all right, so I thought it was on his covers album. I'm sorry, but he did that version of this was on his regular solo album.
Truly terrible album cover.
Yeah, well, they don't get any better. But yeah, that was what was I going to say? Yeah, I know he definitely had a thing for doing like a lot lesser known songs, which I can definitely appreciate.
Yeah, that's I'm usually more interesting because it's
bringing some love to some of these songs that really have like a good like melody and hook to them that you'd never heard of before.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't like he was like famous either. So I mean, this is probably, who knows, wallowed in obscurity.
Should make like a covers album with all like the most obvious covers possible, like Fire by Jimi Hendrix and Knocking on Heaven's Door, and just like the covers no one needs to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so what do you rank this one?
I'll give it a 3.5. I thought it was good. And when I heard it, I was just like, okay, and it sounds very close to what I remembered. It wasn't like the Richie Scarlett cover like really deviated a lot from this. So, but I mean, what it proves is that it's like it was a well-written song.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's great. I'm gonna give it a 4. I really liked it. This was the closest that I was having to that feeling like I was talking about before, where you just feel like you're at home and you're comfortable because you're feeling that like, I'm in Martin Birch territory here with this one. I think the backing vocals really are what probably pushed that the most. But yeah, I liked it a lot. All right. And I'll have to check out the Richie Scarlett version.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. This next track is called Sold Me Down the River. Wow. Definitely giving it all on these vocals.
She's an easy greasy move. She's a cabaret carnival queen.
She's an easy, greasy woman.
Greasy? It's like, what's your woman like? Greasy.
She's pretty greasy.
What is she, Italian?
That's what he's trying to say. But he also, the way he said woman, you would know. He's like, easy, greasy, wah. Like, you can't even tell what he's saying. Somewhere. That was somewhere. Oh, the backing vocals. So it's pretty basic blues tune, but amazing bass playing and great backing vocals. Oh, and the horns again. I like that. Wow. And it looks like the Rod Davis or Davies did the horn arrangements for this. Yeah. His heart-shaped what? Let's see. Oh. Seeing my baby by the side of this heart. Shake cool.
It's got a nice slow groove to it. Really,
Yeah.
it's not a bad song. The vocals are good. Like, he's got a good effect on it, making him sound really full, you know?
Yeah, it's almost an elf feel to this one.
Couldn't help themselves. Had to be a
No,
little
they
weird, huh?
They had to do it. All right, John, Sold Me Down the River. What do you think of this one?
I'll sell you down the river for a 3. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, it had a nice like a nice like kind of swing to it, you know. It was like definitely more elevated than some of the other tracks. Like if you go from like the first track to this one, I wouldn't have expected this,
Yeah.
you
Yep.
know? So yeah, definitely like, you know, some good like kind of chugging blues type stuff.
Yeah, I like it. I'll give it a 3.5. I like the you know, hearing those horns and those voices and that bass is I'm sold. I like it.
Uh-huh.
Right, the next track, the penultimate track on this album, is a song called Rock and Roll Band. I don't know if it is, maybe the Boston song is a cover of this.
Maybe not.
But I don't think so. Or maybe it's that, you know, the singer in a rock and roll band. You know that song that's from the is that the bum 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 bum? Isn't that from like the Moody Blues?
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
a singer in a rock and roll band. That song's like so serious. It's like, calm down, man. Okay, here we go. Rock and Roll Band.
Now they're kind of that Rush territory here.
A little bit, yeah.
What? What ridiculous shit did he just sing?
The chorus is, "Will you finance my rock and roll band?" and then he says, "To give me a thrill," but he's like, "To get y'all to cheer." I would never in 1,000 years guess what half of the things he's saying. Oh, that's weird. What a bizarre concept for a song. It's about the less glamorous side of the rock and roll industry where they're looking for financing. I wonder what he has for collateral.
those bell bottoms.
What could you offer up as collateral, Mr. DeBar? Come on, it's hilarious.
I mean, now that you said that, I can't stop hearing it.
Well, no, it's a preposterous thing to sing. It sounds like it would be like the song that's like the beginning of like a modern musical about like, you know, maybe this was a prequel to Johnny. Like Johnny's like big dream is to get his rock and roll band financed until his life turns into a river of shit. Ooh. Ooh. I wonder if this was done live.
Maybe. I swear to God, if there's like cheering and talking after this song, I'm gonna be really pissed.
I'm expecting it. Ooh. I guess that's one way to get financing. Hey-oh! A fun, grooving ending.
Yeah, I like it. I love a hard-ass jam like this.
As long as they don't end with the cheering in the studio. Live studio cheering. Okay, here comes the end. All right, no.
All right, I was ready to give it a big fat 0 if that happened.
John was sweating bullets over there. All right, rock and roll band, John. What do you think?
I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty good. Well, I'll give it a 3.5.
All right.
I liked it. I like the I like the energy of it, even though the concept was like a little hokey. The lyrics could be a little clunky, but I mean, you know what? That's what this dude does. Apparently, is just like writes like weird lyrics. So
and then mispronounces half the words.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't even say mispronounces because it's intentional. He's like intentionally, like really jazzing up the pronunciations.
Yeah, but I would say that kind of outro jam and everything. That's good shit.
Yeah, I liked it as well. I will give this one a 3. Thought it was pretty good. Really, good jam. Great energy throughout the whole album, and just a lot of. I think the horns, the backing singers, and the bass are just 100% solid throughout. I mean, the other stuff's good too, but those are just the standouts for me. Okay, so the album ends with a very short instrumental called "Silver Boogie." So just a standard blues thing. Uh-oh. Maybe this one will end with the clapping.
Better not.
All right, let's see what they do.
Kind of reminds me of Uncle Tom's Hat Trick from Whitesnake.
Oh, yeah.
Good for them. Good for them.
They did it, John.
They didn't do it.
They made it through the whole album, but it wasn't an easy trip. They definitely did some head fakes, but they did not deliver your least favorite thing in rock and roll.
Well, given that was a short little instrumental, I give it a 2.5, middle of the road.
Yeah, I'll say the same. It's not, and I don't see how it was necessary in any way.
Yeah.
Just there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just it doesn't add or subtract anything from the album. All right, so while John fumbles with the spreadsheet, I will thank our next level of patrons, and that is, of course, our core level patrons. Here, if I can pull them up here. Here we go. At the £3.50 Deep Purple New York tier, we have Lord Longford. At the £3 Aromatic Feed tier, Simon Ford. At the €3.50 tier, Weston Supermare Pilgrim. At the 293 pence tier, we have
Blackmore Tights.
At the €2.50 Too Many Tears tier, we have Soldier of Fortune.
Too many tears.
At the $3.33 Halfway to Evil tier, Stephen Sharp. At the $3 Nobody's Perfect Dough, we have Peter Gardeau.
Oh, Pete, yeah. Pete, thanks a lot. I'm going to have a sip on you.
Ian DeRosier. Mark Roback.
Yeah, so why don't you tell us who he is?
Stuart McCord. Ivan Fjellbu. Runar Simonson. Ruinous Inadequacies. Corey Morissette. Then we have Adam Cork, Tim Wood, Steve Down to Earth Kohler.
Make your love.
Michael, Matt in Vegas, and Jesus Christ Superstar. Then at the 19.31 Cold Hard Danish Kroner tier, we have Karsten Lau.
Cold Hard Danish Kroner.
Then at the $1 made up name tier, we have the, what do we have? We have the short-legged leaky mausoleum, long-legged, I don't know.
You have the long-legged leaky mausoleum, the Martin Luther King.
the Martin Luther King leaky mausoleum.
Martin Luther King of patrons, leaky mausoleum.
Yes, he's definitely the most likely of our patrons to fight against civic injustice. Stephen Somerville, Cachero 1999 fanatic, Hank the Tank, Private Eyes, Ashen Lionels, Whopper the Electric Alchemist, Anders Engstrom, ICDC, Durple Purple, David Haddam, Graham Bonnet's Disco Pants and Haircuts.
I said, Graham, our audience expects you to be a bit more dirty.
Disco Pants and Haircuts, yeah.
I'm just going to put my guitar across his head.
And Sick Tone.
Where is she? Where is she?
Just about to close up the library.
Thank you to all of you for your generous support of the Deep Purple podcast. Now, John is going to take it away. All right, John, where does Silverhead, damn it, where does Silverhead end up in our overall album rankings?
All right, so now we have this newish thing in here, right? So it's in the 75% tile,
which means it's exactly it's at the absolute top of the fourth quartile,
right? So 6.45. Our ratings varied very little, like 0.05.
Yeah, wow, very close.
Yeah, and it is nestled between two Gillen, Naked Thunder, and Coverdale, Into the Light.
All right.
So yeah, so that's I would say not. Maybe unexpected. I would say it's expected that it's like a little lower, but unexpected. It's kind of like the top of the bottom of the heap, so to speak. And
once again, it's the heap of self-chosen Deep Purple related things. So even there's stuff towards the bottom that we really like, or that we liked quite a bit. That just, something's got to be at the bottom when you're ranking all these things. Like if we ranked, I don't know, something we really hated, it would probably boost everything back up.
Right. But yeah, it was I expected nothing. I had no idea what was happening, what this was. And I was pleasantly surprised in many places, many areas here. I thought it was pretty decent, not a bad release. Very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was good time. An interesting piece of Deep Purple history. This band did record one other album, which is a very different album cover. The name of the album is called 16 and Savaged.
Yikes.
Which is as I don't know, sort of disturbing as you would imagine. It's not quite the level of what we were talking about earlier, Virgin Killer territory, but it's certainly an unsettling album cover, given the title. Although I don't think she's 16. I would think if it was called something else, you'd just be like, that's just a woman that's had a rough day on the cover. It was probably like 22. instead of the implication being what it is. But yeah, maybe we'll get to that album someday. But yeah, I would say I was pleasantly surprised. There was some good stuff on this album. It's got a cool vibe to it. Some good insight into early Martin Birch. And as I said a million times, and I'll say again, absolutely love the bass playing. I'm gonna have to look at some more into Blondie and maybe the early Runaways, the first Runaways album. I know of the Runaways, but I don't know much about them. So
yeah, me neither.
So it's just one of those things that always kind of comes up. So, and I like everything I've ever heard by Blondie. I really liked. So there's no real reason for me to not dive more into it. So
sure. Just some artists you just don't, for whatever.
Yeah, I just have a blind spot because there's only so many hours in your life, and you just never had a Blondie album or whatever. So I'm going to correct that soon. All right. Well, John, anything else we have to offer?
And I have nothing to offer. I have nothing.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
I have nothing further to offer.
Well, I will say this because I did forget to mention it early on, but we do have an album rankings show coming up. And David Coverdale, can you tell me which one it is? Oh, yeah, that's right. And that's coming up soon. So get us your rankings. I think I said by March 15th, but I think you still have time as of hearing this episode to get me your rankings.
Oh, boy,
Yeah, so this might be one of the last ones you can probably get in on. So yeah, we would love to see your rankings. This is a tricky one to rank. This is gonna be a lot of fun to do that episode. So
yeah.
All right, John. Well, I think that's about all I got. Anything else to share with our listeners before we call it a wrap?
No, we did it. We got this shit over with.
We did. We got this. It's our new slogan on Deep Purple Podcast. We get this shit over with.
Come on, let's get this shit over with.
It's our new text to each other when we're ready to record. Let's get this shit over with.
Of course, folks, we're kidding. We love you.
No, we love you. We love doing this.
Yes. Otherwise, we wouldn't do it. They don't pay me enough.
That's true. All right. We'll see you next week.
All right.
If you like the Deep Purple podcast and would like to support the show, please consider joining our Patreon or donating on PayPal. Patrons get full access to the podcast, Discord server, ratings, spreadsheets, and live stream invites. You can also leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts to help new people discover the show. You can follow the show on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, or Threads. You can also check out the website at deeppurplepodcast.com for show notes and more. Contact us via email at John or Nate at deeppurplepodcast.com. Thanks for listening.